I'm Jaymin. I'm an athlete. My favorite sport is basketball.
And how do you feel when you play sports?
And feel happy.
I had a very normal pregnancy, no red flags whatsoever, totally normal birth. We noticed after he was born that his thumbs were wide and kind of angulated backwards, and we were a little concerned about that, but the pediatrician, he just kind of said it's not really anything to worry about right now. So then at his 3-month checkup, everything had been fine still. He eats fine, he sleeps fine. John actually asked about the thumbs again and was like, what's up with these? And unfortunately, that appointment was with a different doctor, not our normal one. And she basically just told him, you have to go to a geneticist, period. And we were like, okay, that sounds weird. But we did. And the CREBP30 gene of Jaymin's is randomly mutated. So he has what's called Rubinstein-Tabby syndrome. It's super rare, like 1 in 300,000. It was a pretty tough thing to read about, to hear, to like become one with. And we had to spend some pretty real time like grieving the loss of the future we anticipated and planned on and looked forward to. And that has its own aspect of grief and guilt, because you don't want to downplay who he is, and then you need to put your focus on, okay, well, now this is what we got, so now we got to like push forward with this and make him the very best that he can possibly be.
I think that finding that right fit for Jaymin, finding the right space for him to feel comfortable and us as parents to feel comfortable took us some time. We got him in a couple activities early on, and there were some activities that we just withheld from getting him into because we were hesitant about the results of what it would be, or we just didn't want to deal with the feeling of something being inadequate, and so I think we were reluctant in some ways to get him involved in certain activities. So we were looking for something that we could help push him further with and really push his potential. As parents, we had to think as parents with a child with disabilities or as parents with a child without, we're still our child's best advocate. And so that's how we have to move forward, is just that we're gonna advocate in the best way for our child no matter what.
So he's always been a sports freak. We got him into sports programs when he was really young. And at that age, there didn't feel like there was a big difference in maturity and the possibilities. But as the other kids got older and started to kind of surpass him, I don't know, it just became something that we just didn't want to take him to. It just didn't seem fun for any of us anymore.
When we first found out about young athletes, it was something that we both got really excited about. It gave him like a new community of friends, a new community just a new community for our family in general. Special Olympics has been a life changer for us and has been just it's been an amazing connection, for the community, and it was exactly what we needed. Yeah, we couldn't be happier like finding that in our lives.
I make new friends. I like meeting with my friends.
The best thing about young athletes is that it's about having fun. It's about like giving these kids like an opportunity to like try something that they wouldn't get to try otherwise, or meet people they wouldn't get to meet otherwise. But it's all about fun. It's about like learning skills and putting them to good use and just having a really good time doing it. For him to be able to get out there and play like every sport imaginable with his peers is just so fantastic. We spend a lot of time hearing all the ways that Jaymin is not meeting marks, is not hitting landmarks, is behind in this aspect, is not doing this, is incapable of that. Like, we hear that so often. But the older Jaymin gets, the more things we see that he is capable of, and the more times I can see that, like, oh, well, there's another check off something that from the research we did when we first found out, they said he'd never do. And that is like always so fantastic. And when we go to soccer on Sundays or golf on Saturdays or whatever it is, or, we get an email from Mandy or whatever it is, like there's that relief of like, oh, I'm just gonna hear in all the ways that my child is awesome. That like, I know he's awesome, and they're gonna boost that for me and they're gonna boost that for him, and like, yay, it's like, it's such a relief. And he is so driven. While he is driven by sports, he's also really driven by success. So when he knows he did something, he gets really excited and he's like, I did it! And he's really proud of himself. I think in a way he teaches me perseverance. I don't think he thinks he's persevering. He thinks he's just being him and doing his everyday thing. But watching him do that in a world that's not always kind to him it teaches me to persevere, and that it's all okay, like step back and relax and just enjoy what it is. Jaymin's just always happy and laughing, and you could put him in any situation and he's happy and laughing, and we couldn't be luckier. Jaymin is like the most kind, like gentle, happy person.
Follow me, Buffalo!